Jennifer Bell, and I'm here to inform you that keeping a child rear facing as long as possible is the safest way for them to ride in a vehicle. Would you give a child the same dose of pain medication as you would an adult? No, you probably wouldn't, because children have different bodies than adults, and because of this, their needs are different, including what is the safest way to ride in a vehicle. If parents, grandparents, and guardians rear face their children as long as possible, potentially the lives of children in accidents can be saved. Many experts agree extended rear facing provides optimal protection in the event of an accident. The reason for this is basic anatomy. Young children don't have the same bone structure as adults and older children. According to Dr. Sachs, a private practice pediatrician and professor at USC, the shearing forces applied in a crash are much more likely to result in a spinal cord injury to a forward-facing child compared to a child over a year old. And according to a 1992 study, in autopsy specimens, the elastic infantile vertebrae bodies and ligaments allow for column elongation up to 2 inches, but if the spinal cord ruptures if stretched for more than a fourth of an inch, which results in paralysis or death. A baby's head is 25% of its body weight compared to an adult whose head is only 6% of their body weight. Before age 3, a child's spine consists of vertebrae that is cartilage, not bone, and it is not fused together. Fusion happens sometime around age 3 and ends sometime around age 6. Here's a picture of a infant's vertebrae and an older child's, and as you can see, the infant's is not fused and it's cartilage compared to the older child whose bone is fused. If parents, grandparents, and guardians rear face their children as long as possible, they can prevent the spinal cord injuries that are often associated in car accidents. Research studies suggest that children are incapable of withstanding crash forces as well as adults, and should remain rear facing. Car seat laws vary by state, however, child restraints are required until age 1 in all states. With this evidence, it's clear that rear facing is safest, however, state laws have yet to keep up with the latest science. In 7 states, children are required to be rear facing younger than 2. Now, this is a good start to keeping children as safe as possible, but laws like this should exist in every state. And parents should know that they can continue to rear face their children as long as possible, as long as they don't exceed the maximum height and weight requirements. Just because something is legal does not make it safe. You wouldn't want the minimum safety standards when it comes to protecting your kids. Unfortunately, there are a few myths that persist and hinder parents from extended rear facing their children. Many parents think that their child is too big to continue rear facing, but there are car seats that accommodate children up to 50 pounds and 49 inches. Parents think that their children's legs would be more likely to be injured in the event of an accident, but that simply is not true. In fact, studies show the opposite. A child forward-facing is more likely to sustain injuries than a child rear-facing, whose chances of injury to arms and legs are 1 in 10,000, according to Dr. Ben Hoffman, an injury prevention specialist. Finally, some parents think that extended rear-facing is too expensive, but there are many different price points for car seats, some well over $200 and some under $50, such as the Costco Next, which retails for around $40 on Walmart.com, with a rear-facing weight limit of 40 pounds and 40 inches, which should allow most children to rear face at least until age 2. The bottom line, as morbid as this may sound, is that broken legs are better than broken necks, and car seats are cheaper than coffins. Keeping a child rear-facing as long as possible is the safest way for a child to ride in a vehicle, regardless of their age, as long as they do not exceed the maximum height and weight for that car seat. You wouldn't want the minimum safety coverage on your most precious cargo. You owe it to your children to do everything in your power to keep them as safe as possible out there on the road. And to end my speech, I'd like to show you a picture of a simulated car accident with a rear-facing child car seat and a forward-facing. And as you can see, the impact is much greater on a child who is forward-facing as opposed to one who is rear-facing. I hope you take this information and research yourself and decide for yourself why extended rear facing is superior to forward facing. Thank you.